Of course, I would start right at the break. Well, guys, we're trying something new today. It's a bold move, but anyone can join the stream today. And you will be on screen. That's why my stream just my stream layout looks a bit different than normal today. You will be below chat if you so choose to put your camera on, and we can just hang out and talk. Don't make me regret this. Please. I'm gonna put a noise gate on my mic. I hope this works and it's okay. We can't listen to music, so that's kind of a bummer. I'm gonna keep this here. I should be able to see someone joins. And then, oh, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna make you not full screen because I need to pop out. I need to pop out the YouTube chat. Pop out chat. Drag that baby over here. That should do. Yeah, that should do. Then put this on top so we can see. All right, we're set up. All right. We're going to have a very exciting first few minutes on stream, given that I immediately started stream during the 5-minute break. Well, wish us luck today. I'm actually going to put this over here. I don't expect to play 6 games today at a time. I think I'm only going to be playing 5 max. Yeah, because I'm just going to play the Thursday High Roller and the like 100K 215. And then call it a day. I'm really trying to build up my stream stamina. Really trying to build it up. I can stream longer. Stream longer. Play faster. One minute. And in 30 seconds, we are live. Well, we're not live. We're delayed 5 minutes. Oh, this is cool. So I can actually share a table. I can actually share a table with people. All right, we in it. In it, we in it, we in it, we in it. Oof, this is gonna be a lot to manage. We'll see how we do. What's up, Sully? Sully, send feet pics if that's true. We call 5-3 off to him in open. I don't actually know. I don't actually know. We don't have to deal with that now. Now we don't have to deal with that. If I switch to here. Ah. Ah, I see. Oh, but it does not save. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, we're going to call the king 10 off to the button open. Flop a gutter ball. I could see us leading here some. I don't know. Seems a iffy board. Like both of us might have a good amount of things. Also fine with check raise. Could also see check call. Be ahead of some of his bets. You know, it's one of those everything is good. I mean, folding would be a disaster. He goes half pot. We're just going to start with check call. And then expect to bluff many rivers. Could have seen a lead on this turn as well from me making sense. He does check. I think block is just best here. I think it's just best. So one of the things that I think I've done poorly on rivers that I think is more true on earlier streets is like if I'm bluffing with a hand that has some amount of showdown value, I go with bigger sizes on earlier streets generally. Just because like when you torch your showdown value, you kind of need to make up for it in fold equity. And so, and usually when you're using hands with showdown value to bluff, you're bluffing stronger hand classes. There's a lot of things there. But one thing that I've noticed on rivers is you kind of usually get in spots where you have two sizes, where you have like a big size and like a really polar size, like let's say a 7, and then like a block or a smaller size. Your smaller sizes are more merged, and a lot of your hands that are like cuspy showdown bluff hands, those end up being blocks, whereas your worst combos end up being the larger sizes. This is presuming blockers aren't relevant. Like where blockers are relevant, those hands will go bigger, but I'm really curious to see how many people we see join stream today. Okay, so blind be blind. We call 9-10 suited. We get bet out this size. I'm really torn between raising. I'm just going to assume this is too tight for value and not enough bluffs, and so I'm just going to call. I'm just going to call. King is interesting. Like, expect some King X from him for sure. I really do think King might be better for me on average. We're going to call twice. Ooh. What a sweet river. Good luck to me from somewhere. I can't see where. This is a weird spot. We get small. We're obviously just gonna be jamming. Yeah, lose some here to some 9x for sure. Lose to some 9x for sure, but probably 10s through queens and just a king here a lot. I think it's totally okay to just be checking our king x a good amount of the time. Meanwhile, we're in a three-way pot. Yeah, Adam, thanks. I think it's a cool idea for a stream too. We're gonna see how it goes. We're in a three-way pot with 10-8 suited. Gonna start with the bets. No spade river, we'll probably follow through. Spade river, we probably will not. Obviously on a 7, we'll follow through. Nine's kind of a bad river as well, actually. Like some of our most intuitive value combos will be 2 pairs. We still block the 7, so we could either go like enormous for like a jam size. It's a $55. I just don't expect to get the folds we need. And they did have a 9, and I just thought a 9 was going to call too much. Hey, I've said this a million times. My tags mean nothing. Okay. I see a single hand that I think is weird, and I just tag fish, and I just move on with my life. Okay. But that's fair. Thank you for the note. I will upgrade him to bad reg. Guys, if you guys don't know this about me, I play without a HUD, and I don't take my tags all that seriously. So welcome to the stream. We got a cool one through in this spot, which I didn't get to show, which is kind of a bummer. But we're gonna have ace 2 off here. Like thoughts of ISOing, but I don't think we really accomplish a ton. Like every suited ace just calls. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna start with like pretty big. We're gonna go with pot. The amount of times I'm gonna have to explain that my tags don't mean anything. It's gonna get. It's a new audience, you know. Like when I was streaming online before, people kind of knew. So with the 10, I think we're pretty good fairly often, and it does reduce our value range, so we don't need to bluff very much. So I'd probably just be picking hands with lower showdown value, like 2, 4, 4, 6, things like this. We do just get there on the river, which is always nice. Always nice. You just check. We're just going to come with pot again. Unlikely we have a flush, given we check turn. It's not a lot of our diamond combos will bet turn. I think we can get a hero call here. Maybe he's thinking about calling us with just like ace high with the ace of diamonds. That'd be pretty nasty. Would be pretty nasty. King high. King high getting out there, guys. To his credit, king high will be good fairly often to that size. Like we don't bet an ace. We probably don't bet an ace. We probably just check in that line. Ace jack. We have squeezies. Look, we probably don't bet an ace very often. Like, I'm basically saying I have a flush or a straight when I go pot. I could be saying I have a boat. Which is fair. We're going to flop top pair and just continue with quarter. I think is fine. Oh, from Montreal. Thank you. I love Montreal. It's one of my favorite places. We get raised here. And I don't think we have... Like, it could be 8, 9, 3, 4, 5. I think we do want to put it in. 9, 10, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9, 10. Gut shots. And worse Jack X. He just has 2 pair. And we do get there. Yay, me. I'm kind of indifferent on jamming there or calling. I don't know how I feel about either jamming or calling. Guys, my coffee machine is broken, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Just like stop making coffee. And like it requires, to fix it requires like a update. Oh, Bert. Am I Bert? Who's Ernie? This sounds like a joke vaguely familiar from my my last time I was streaming. And I just don't remember the joke. But yeah, still playing. Still playing. Playing more. Like, I never stopped. I decreased the amount of volume a lot, but I never stopped. And then I'm kind of starting to up it a bit more. Playing more tournaments. Gonna start playing cash games on WPT Gold. Okay, so king high boards, hijack versus button, and big blind doesn't change this, but hijack versus button is actually pretty bad for the hijack, so we're gonna be checking a lot. And they check. Makes me feel pretty good about our combo. But still expect some king X. People check top pair fairly often in multi-way pots in these kind of situations. And definitely expecting 10x, but also expecting under pairs and ace highs. Definitely just folding to a bet. Bing, 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 bing. That is a good river. Or a very bad one. We'll find out shortly. Does complete a straight and flushes. Definitely something we need to be concerned with. And a bet from big blind would be most concerning. We obviously can't check because this will just get checked through too often. But we can't go crazy with a set here, in my opinion. Why couldn't you? Did it not work? We need to fix it if it wouldn't work. Hang on, let me see something real quick. It should work, and the link is good. And I tested it before. I tested it before and it did work. And yeah, I can see no reason it wouldn't work. Do you have more information for me? But thank you for testing it, Solar. Oh. Oh, I see you. Hang on, I don't hear you though. Oh, but you're on stream too. Dude, what up? Okay, hang on. Can you see? Yep. You can see me too, right? What's up, dude? Okay. Hit me. I have a special tag for people like you. It's brown and it just says poop. Yeah, right. Oh man. Dude, you should watch the F-bombs because I need to monetize this video. So yeah. Dude, you're drinking coffee too. That was really trippy. I looked down, like I took a sip, but in my mind we had the same coffee cup because like yours has like the stripper. Well, you know, you have the thing that every coffee cup has, just like the warmer or whatever. Yeah, the sleeve, the little cozy. It's very possible you're the only person who joins today. Shook. It's a cool. I don't think anyone's talking. Again, we can't swear. I have to monetize it. No, you're good. I don't like this will probably be like a few hour long video, so the odds that they find like a single swear word is unlikely. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. Dude, and as long as my stamina will allow me. Okay, hang on. We got to change the games here. This is a lot to manage here. Hang on. Ace King. I'll change it so you can see it too. We got check raised. Can you see this hand now? Don't say anything though. Make sure you don't say anything mid-hand because that's cheating. Okay, so we get check raise on flop. I see bet small. We called. Flop and open ender down there. Let's see. Okay, so we're facing half pot now. This just seems like I really don't like holding the ace of spades here as just like a very obvious bluff combo from my opponent being spades. But all right, we're just gonna let it go. I would call non-spade combos. No coffee machine. Yeah, Akara blue. No coffee machine's not good at all. Okay, so then down here I bet a straight draw and got jammed on, which is very, very sad. Hang on. See, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like a 4. Like, I mean, there's just no way we have enough equity to call here, so we just fold. And they're probably range betting flat, checking flop, so it's good. Maybe we should have gone check raise there. We will be good. The thing is, half pot is weird. Is like, it could be an 8 still. Like, it could be a pair of 8s, and it could easily be a 2. They'll have lots of deuce X. And my range is just really wide on turn, so like I don't need to get that sticky with hands like Ace King. And the problem is calling a hand like Ace King is a lot of their hands will still have a lot of equity against me, even if they're completely bluffing. So like even if they're completely bluffing, they'll just have a lot of like a lot of equity. And so calling hands like Ace King, like I'd get pretty sticky there with a pair, but calling with Ace King is a little bit more ambitious. And like I said, I think having the ace of spades, we can reduce their bluffs enough to where folding is just good. But like, we will be good there. Fair, we would be good there a lot. What's that? 6 deuce deuce, turn was an 8. Yeah, check raise the flop. Like, I mean, it will be 5 high, but it will also be a 2 a lot. Like, people know, and it will be a 6 a lot, to be fair. Like, and it will be, that's the thing though, it'll be 7 8 a lot too, and the turn was an 8. So like, he can have an 8, you know, but he, what's that? I'm shoving. Well, if he has 5 high, why would we shove? Oh, I'm glad you liked the Chris Brewer podcast, man. I gotta keep changing. I mean, I don't really have a hand yet, but between you and the playing and the stream, I'm gonna be pretty bad at changing tables on the. Dude, I have a French press actually. That's a good suggestion, but I'll probably be making French press today. I have a coffee shop across my street, and so it was either like I have to grind beans and shit because I'm dumb like that, but. Bert Stevens. I don't know where this is going with Bert, but you have to grind beans and stuff. And so it was like either I walk across the street and get a coffee, or I French press my own beans. And coffee shop won the war today. All right, we've queen 7. Do you see it? Yeah, you see it. Dude, I can't. My first turn. No, you didn't. Oh, online, you mean? No. Wait, I've seen you win tournaments live. Only one tournament. Winning a tournament is cashing. No, it's winning. Okay. Oh. You're good, dude. You came in like 11th and you were mad? Yeah, you have a bias towards winning. I just got your dice. Well, no, like you have a bias in terms of like your experience. Like you expect to win, like at a higher frequency. You've won 2 of the 4 that you've played, so like you have like this really unfair bias toward, like inaccurate bias towards the fact that you will win. Like you think winning will happen 1 in 2 times, when in reality it will happen 1 in 40 or something. Did you follow him home? Huh? Did you follow him home? No, because I lost. You don't get. Not these days. I mean, I will sometimes, but no, not these days. I mean, there can be. A lot of things have to come together for me to get upset. I will, but like it has to be like I have to be running deep in a tournament that has like, you know, 700K up top, and then like be chip leading it. So this happened recently. This is the last time I can remember kind of being upset when losing. Was I was chip leading this tournament where 700K was first, and I had just like an enormous chip lead, and then this was an online ACR tournament, and then ended up busting like 25th, and 25th was like, you know, like $5,000 or something. So like 25th was like nothing. And so like I went into, I think it was day 3 of this tournament online or something, or day 2, feeling way too good about how deep I was going to run. Like I thought I had FT locked up for sure. Like, you know, and then I busted that, and then that was kind of that was disappointing. Well, and I also had like friends with action, so like it was more than that. Like I had friends with pieces of me, so I was excited to give them money. You know, like yeah, like I was excited. So it was a lot of things, but no, generally I don't get that upset by losing. Oh. Well, like Yeah. Mm. Win. Yeah. Yeah, that always sucks. I mean, dude, to be fair also though, like if when I was at where you are at in your poker career, I was raging at busting tournaments. So like I was furious. You know? Like I've Oh, dude. I mean, the amount of nights driving home, not just from that, from cash though, too. Like, I was such an insane cash game player, like that I had more swings than you do. Like, I would play cash games like such a lunatic, um, and just very, very uncontrolled aggression, just attacking every single pot, which was, I think, it was still probably a winning strategy, but just an extremely high variance strategy. And so the amount of times I was driving home so sad, like just so sad. Yeah. 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 Well, and this was my problem, right? Is I would win a lot and then I would quit. So like I would win and I would be like, so I'd either have sessions that were like 14 hours long and leave down a ton, or I'd have sessions that were like 2 hours long because I just like won. But like, that's a really bad strategy. One, I mean, it displays really bad mental game where you're chasing winnings. But two, usually when you're winning and you're like, if you're the kind of player I was and you're running good, dude, the way it tilts people, like people get so furious. And so like winning in a session like that, whereas when I start losing, people shift into like their best mindset against you, right? Like they are feeling the most comfortable. They're feeling like everything's in its proper place. I'm losing. I'm supposed to lose because of my like persona, you know? And so like they're at their best game. And so like so I'm extending sessions where I'm at my worst mindset and my opposition is at their best. And then I'm cutting short sessions where I'm at my best mindset and my opposition is at their worst. And so no, I would leave the short sessions because I was up. Like I didn't down tilt. Like that's the thing is I don't even back then, losses wouldn't tilt me honestly as much as wins would. Like winning is called up tilt. Like it's a somewhat common phenomenon. But like being up a lot, like if I won a lot in a very short period of time, the kind of like the adrenaline and like the experience of it was so uncomfortable, that I would just want to quit and just go home. Oh geez. Dude. Dude, do you want to dude, you want to know my longest session? 96 hours. No, I did 4 days straight. Yeah. So I was against this guy who was drugged out of his mind, but was a whale. And basically early in the session, I was like, I'm not leaving until he does. Yeah. And that was a bad game of chicken because the dude had so many drugs to keep him going. Yeah, yeah, dude, he was like coked and Adderalled up and like just perked up the entire 4 day session, like just totally awake. Oh, I should have. Back then, I was very anti substance of any kind. Yeah, I mean, I still kind of am. What's that? No, no way. Are you kidding? Okay, hang on. We have 5-4 suited here. We'll flop the nuts, the nut low. Interesting. Turn a gutter on the ace high board. Expect him to have a lot of ace highs. I don't think check raise is going to make us much money. So I think we'll probably check call, depending on the size we face. Hopefully he just checks with queens. Okay. Now we're going to bet quite large. Four five is good here because the ace that I expect him to check the turn with would be like ace four, ace five. And then, but I just expect it to be like queens a lot. That's just going to fold to the overbet. I forgot to show him the 5-high. Oh, man. Okay, what do we have more tournaments coming? Let's see. We have an hour before these other tournaments start. We're just going to be 3-tabling for another hour. What are you up to today? And Andy told me that he joined a tournament online and was sat right next to you. That's fun. ACR doesn't allow. Oh, you don't hear my friend. Say something, Jack. Should be good. Should be good. This is not my friend. This is some random loser who joined my stream. My voice is clear. Maybe, ooh, I have an idea. Nope, not that. Not that. I have no idea what it is, guys. If my yeah, the audio for it says good. All right, we're in a limp pot here with queen 9. We can raise this actually, I think. Yeah, I probably could have gone to 3.5, but 3 is fine. We get called. We get dealt the ace high board. Hang on, we need to show this. Okay, we get dealt the ace high board. I think check is fine with queen high here. And I'm we just have to fold because people can turn, if he bets here, people can turn a 2 into a bluff. This is such a weird spot with queen high because, like, I really, once he checks, I really expect to be against a king. We just never have a 3. We're just going to check again. Okay, we could have a deuce. So if he checks again, it's conceivable we have a 2. And at this time, we do not want to let... Do we have better bluffs here? I don't think we do. We're just going to send it. You don't think it does? It does. It's not, but we also will be a bit against better queen highs and better king highs. And there'll also be like, we also, like what we're making indifferent, there's a 4 or a 5 that will, and so we do have some showdown, but we're also at like bottom of range because we're going to be betting, by the time we've checked all the way down to the river, we're going to be betting a lot of hands. I probably shouldn't have folded 8-9 suited, but here we are. Yeah. Oh yeah, you call out of every position. We're gonna raise with 10-9 suited. Get the fold because we're the best. No. Like some players I respect use it in ways I can respect, but like generally speaking, like you're not indifferent at any decision point. Like it's just you're just not indifferent almost ever. So just make a read about what decision makes more money and make that decision, and then iterate. I think there are benefits to using an RNG in very particular ways, but I think there are a lot of benefits to not using one. I think there's a lot of benefits for making decisions for specific reasons and then getting feedback based on what happens and learning if your reasons were good or not. Whereas if you use an RNG and someone does something that is kind of crazy, it's much harder to be like, well, should I have done something different? And it's like you didn't decide. You let a random number decide what you do. So like, how do you know?
Dude, it's funny watching the Polk stream. Every hand, the 40.
Yeah. I mean, Doug's a guy. I mean, dude, Doug's a calculator, but I mean, I don't think he knows. I think he's using some vague principles to guess the number. Like he'll just say the number beforehand that he's just guessing at.
Yeah.
Right? Like generally speaking, if you're going to use an RNG, it matters more that you're mixing and less the frequency you're mixing, if that makes sense. But you can use an RNG to inform your confidence of your reads. So like your confidence of decision. So like you can say like, I think audio's not working. This is heartbreaking. Your audio's not coming through. Your audio is not coming through. Well, here, let's do this. Let's turn this on. This will work. Probably. Hang on. Shoot. Fold.
Is it on my end?
No, it's not. It can't be on your end. Okay. Give it 5 minutes. Oops, I can't check. How did I... What I was going to say is you can use RNG to inform your confidence of a read. So like you could say, like, I think this spot's overbluffed, but I'm not sure. And I have not a very good hand. So like, I'm going to fold 15% of the time. You know, like I'm going to fold 15% of the time because I think I have like an 85% confidence the spot's over. Like I'm feeling good about it, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to give myself some frequency of folding so that I'm not just always running every lead that I have all the time. Like I can respect that kind of approach. And then, I mean, there are spots where like you can just be unsure of what's best. So like you're just unsure. And so it's like, I'm just going to flip a coin. Like I have no idea. These two things are fine. And I don't know. There's philosophies around randomizing that I can get behind, but I also just see it become a crutch very often to critical thinking. It's one of those things that like,
yeah, dude, he's playing like 2-4.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he just thinks his strategy wins though. Like he just thinks, I mean, to be fair, like if you just played, okay, hang on. We got threes in a 3-bet pot. Let me switch to it. He just thinks his strategy wins, like, which is like fair. Like he just like, and if to be, you know, in his defense, if you just played like a solver, like if you put a solver in that pool and the solver's mixing a ton, doing lots of things like this, if you just put a solver in that pool, the solver's printing. Like the solver will just make tons of money, like more money than any human player will. Okay, we have a really weird spot here. I guess we're just gonna fold, given that Dude, I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can. Like, we're going to call flop a ton. I don't think we can fold. What a terrible river. We tanked. We might have an ace. So if he has a bluff, he might shut it down, given our turn tank size timing. Gross. Gross. I mean, the 3 of diamonds is actually good here. I don't really expect him to over bluff turn though. Like, it's not really a compelling spot. All right, we'll just fold. Meanwhile, we had ace king in a 3-bet pot where I bet way too small because I was distracted. But we won it, and it's over. And now we have queen 9 suited, and we're gonna make it 4. Someone asked how I built up my bankroll cash games in huge banks any day, 2 days that propelled you forward. No, I had no big banks. It was mostly through, well, I was playing blackjack as well. And so there was, I was doing that at the same time as playing poker. And as well as we have ace 5 suited down here, we're going to 3-bet. I think we're going to go to like this. But mostly just cash games, live cash games, which are printing money in Florida. And so, like, it was playing live cash games in some card rooms, and then started playing some private games, and private games are just really, really good. We folded to the jam with the ace 5 suited.
How'd you get into the private games? Just by being around?
Yeah, I'm such a fun, happy guy.
Man.
Dude, I'm just the man. People just want to play with me.
Dude, that's so sick.
But dude, I was also like I said, just very splashy player, you know? Like very, very splashy. I mean, to this day, I'm too aggressive for most stream chats. People are like, what a station. What would you call someone who bluffs too much? Like I don't know. There's a word for it. Like a cannon, or like not a cannon, but like I don't know. There's something there. But
what's a bluffer?
The guest voice is low and cutting out. That's just how he talks. He talks in fragments.
Yeah.
Anyone can join. Don't make it. Just by the way, you guys can join. I'll kick Sully out of here.
Yeah, dude, just boot me. What was I just saying?
You're a good voice of the live player. Like you can be here to be the collective voice of people who play poker at your level.
just the average donkey.
Just the average donkey.
Nah, dude, I'm crushing right now, but I'm like playing buffoons.
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm trying to get better, but at the same time, dude, like, especially some of the dudes that I play with, like, I'll just be like, oh, like, I'll try to talk about spots and stuff, and it's just like they've been playing 1-3 or like 2-5 professionally for like 6 years, and they legit just don't care.
Yeah, I mean that's the live, like, that's the thing about live. Like, people, I've said this in my podcast with Darius, like, people are just happy to show up and just collect their money. So we have ace queen, we open, we get called from hijack and from button, and now, like, probably checking a lot here or betting big. I think we're just gonna check. We're gonna be against too many 2 pairs. Be betting big with ace queen, ace king even I think is close. Meanwhile, we're going to be 4-bet jamming 9s. Yikes. Spice turn. We're against ace king with the 9s. We're going to see if we hold. We don't. Let's see here. I'm going to check again, actually. Ace queen. Every spot's close.
Ooh.
Like call from him, I think is good, and his lead can be ace jack, could be, but it also could be my hand, and it could be hearts. So we're just gonna call. Snap check from him, we win. Yeah.
Fours.
I don't mind fours. I think fours is a good bluff.
Well, do you think it will the guy in position had sixes? Like that'd be a good bluff candidate, right?
No. Like I think calling is just best. River, I think on river it's a good bluff candidate on river.
Yeah.
But on turn, I think we just have to call. I'm not sure which decision point you're talking about. Meanwhile, we have ace 3 on a monotone board, starting with a small C bet. Bluff raise. What hand are you talking about?
The ace queen hand.
No. The chat.
Oh,
Oh, they said your audio's better now.
sweet.
RJB, I did not see what hand you were talking about, unfortunately. Yeah, we just don't get to fold here. Yeah. And we chop it up. It's actually kind of an ambitious bet on river. The ace 4. Maybe it's not.
Was it a 3-bet pot?
No, it's a single raise pot. The ace 4, ace 3 hand. When I had ace 3 and you had ace 4. No, it's a single raise pot. Monotone though, and I see bet and then check. I don't think it's ambitious because of like maybe you get called enough for value, but you get raised a ton. Like, yeah. So like your value bet is close, like really close, but you're gonna get raised and be forced to fold a lot. So like better just checking, I think. I could be wrong there though. Monotone boards are not my best. We opened king 10 off, which wait, I had to rebuy, so now I have to reset the table. Dude, I need a better system for everything in my life. Underrated channel. Thanks, man. Okay, everybody raise, so we get to fold our. Somehow it happens that every time I open just like slightly too wide, I feel like I get massively punished. like king 10 probably isn't an open. We'll go for it. Open, call, 3-bet, 4-bet.
All in.
All in. All right, we have aces.
Oh, dude, I was just watching that stream of it was like you got the big dogs.
Yeah, which means I have no hard decision, so you can keep talking.
But it was that Triton cash game stream.
Yeah.
I watched like an hour of it when I was playing. Dude, it was like the funniest thing in the world. It's just Phil Ivey and all these Chinese guys.
Yeah.
With like there's like 10 mil on the table. And
well, yeah, you know, I've used hands from that in my videos.
Have you?
Yeah, like my tanking video and like how to bluff video. I use Patrick Antonius' hands.
Yeah.
Now dude, I guess you just don't watch my channel.
Dude, I am your biggest fan. I'm pissed that when I was just in Denver with you, I didn't get a chance to grab your autograph. That's a regret of mine.
Oh, that's funny.
But dude, like this dude 5-bet to like 200K with like 5 deuce suited. And then he just shows the deuce and they're all like dying laughing and speaking in Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah, those environments are absurd.
What's the biggest game you've played in? Like cash.
What is the biggest game I've played in? Probably 50, 100. The biggest game I played in was a game that was not that big in blinds. I say not that big. It was probably 25, 50.
Mm-hmm.
But we had an omega whale. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like, dude, this story, like, I'm not even kidding. This story, okay, I'll tell the story for the stream. I'm playing at Hollywood in Tampa, Florida. Okay, so I'm playing at Hollywood in Tampa, Florida. It's a 25-50 game in their like high limit room, and this very large gentleman walks up, drunk out of his mind. Okay, just like piss drunk. Sits down at this table, just immediately starts insulting everybody. Okay, just like is immediately insulting everybody, insulting the dealer, insulting me. Like I'm sitting there, this guy's like, there's no way you make enough money to play this game. Look at what you're wearing, because I'm in like a hoodie and sweatpants. Okay. I'm just like, okay, man. He's just insulting everybody. I've never seen someone treat human beings so poorly, honestly. Like, waitress walks up. He makes the waitress go jump through hoops for getting him stuff. Doesn't tip them. The whole table is like, dude, like, tip the fucking waitress. And then he literally looks at this waitress and goes like, I'll give you my number. That's your tip. Or he would like roll a chip on the ground to make the waitress like bend over and pick it up.
What a fucking
dude. He was just talking down to our dealer like mad. He keeps saying I know and saying some name, like call so and so, like the owner of the hotel of the Hollywood or something, like they're not going to do anything to me, like they're not going to kick me out. Dude, so he's just going off. But in the meantime, he is just blasting chips to the table. Like, just punting chips. He'll literally look at the dealer and be like, say a number. The dealer would be like 12. He was like $1,200, pre-flop blind. Like,
wow.
So just like $1,200. He gets in this insane hand. Meanwhile, security is getting increasingly edgy. Like, they're just getting increasingly concerned with this guy who's just being insane.
Mm-hmm.
But then he punts all his chips to a guy at the table. Okay. Then he keeps just saying like, someone like, hey, I'll send someone Bitcoin. Like, I'll send someone like 50K in Bitcoin if someone has cash. Like, I'll send someone. Like, no one trusts this guy, right? Like, they just think this guy like hit it big. Like, we have no idea this guy's backstory, but like, we do not believe this guy has any money.
What's he wearing?
Dude, just obnoxious gold chain and like
Gucci.
Dude, I have a video of it. I have a video. I'll have to find it because it's like an older video, but I have a video of him. I have a video of in the video, he has a pile of chips, no kidding, like just on the table, spread out, that he has refused to stack. That he keeps saying, like, the floor people will come over and be like, sir, you need to stack your chips. He'd be like, you stack my chips, bitch. Literally. Okay. So this guy just has this like, so anyway, he punts all his chips away and he keeps saying like, come on, someone give me money. And then this guy at the table, anyone who plays at the Hollywood probably knows, now his name is escaping me. I haven't been there in so long. Skinny guy with glasses. He's very goofy and flaily with his arms. You'll know who I'm talking about if anyone who plays at the Hollywood in Tampa. But anyway, this guy agrees to give him money. Basically, it's like, you send me the Bitcoin, I'll give you cash. But I need the Bitcoin to come through first, right? This dude gets on his phone and just starts sending messages to people saying, like literally saying, hey, can I borrow 50K in Bitcoin? I'll give it back to you. Like, he's telling us all of this, that he's doing all this. He goes, I'll just tell people, I'll give them 10% on top of it back because I'm going to make so much money with their money. Right? Insane. We just think this guy is full of it, right? Like, no way this Bitcoin's ever coming through. right? But he keeps being like, come on, man, I'm good for it. Like, give me the money. Like, not getting up from the table. He has no chips in front of him. Like, give me the money. Give me the money. And like, no one believes him. Dude, sure enough, this Bitcoin comes through to this dude's account. And he's like, all right, man, here's your money. Gives him the money. Dude instantly like triples it up because he's playing insane. So like instantly triples it up. He has just, and that's the part of the video that I have with him just like having tons of money in front of him. And if we weren't sure if this guy could be more of an asshole, this is when it really got turned on, because now he's just convinced he's the best. Like he's just the GOAT, right? Unreal. Anyway, this guy's playing this hand. This guy's playing, and at some point he calls his friend because he's acting so crazy. Security's trying to threaten to kick him out. So he calls his friend, who is apparently something. Like he's either like an athlete or like, I don't know. He's some big deal.
Yeah.
This guy shows up. This black guy shows up. Is his friend, is trying to calm him down, like deeply. Like just trying to be like, yo, man, like relax. Like we need to get out of here. The guy's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make these people. And they're having like weird bro moments together where like the guy's like, because the dude's drunk, is like, dude, get out of my face. Like, I don't, like, get out of here. And the guy's like, you gotta be kidding me. He goes, I'm just kidding, man. Like, I love you. Like, you know, you're my boy. Like, you know, like they're just having like all this drama. Meanwhile, this dude is playing like a psychopath, and everyone has chipped up to match his stack. Like everyone at the table has chipped up to be like, we need this guy's money, right?
Yeah.
I am loaning people money who I don't know at all. Like the level of camaraderie from the people at this table to just take all this guy's money, dude. So, but what happens is this guy gets on the phone, his friend, his buddy, his black friend in the back, gets on the phone, and this is all we hear. Hey man, you need to get here quick. Like this dude is gambling all your money away. Like, yeah, like I can't get him away from the table. Like you need to get here fast.
But he's still up at the time.
Yeah, but he's like slow. He's losing. You know what I mean? Like he's losing. But so he's trying to get him to leave. The dude won't. We are all tipping security to not kick him out. Okay? Because he's acting so obnoxious. Security feels like, and we are all tipping them like, please do not kick this guy out of the casino.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then, dude, there's so many funny scenes though. Like this one guy's like, he bluffs this guy out of a pot, and then he just goes like, see, you're my bitch. And like security said, if you say anything more to want people, like that's it. And he's like, see, you're my bitch. Like you're not. And then this is the same guy who loaned him the money. Security starts walking up, and he looks at security and goes, no, he's right. I am his bitch. Look, I'll kiss the ring. He grabs the guy's hand and starts kissing his hand. Yes, I kissed the ring. Anyway, eventually this guy ends up losing all his money to this guy. This guy across the table, I think it's the guy who loaned him the money who did this. Opens pocket kings, gets out pocket kings, opens it, gets 3-bet by this dude, 4 bets his kings, guy calls, flop comes down, king like 8-2 with 2 spades.
Mm-hmm.
Guy bets. Guy calls. The guy with a set of kings bets. The guy calls. Turn comes like queen of spades, so bringing 3 spades.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket king guy bets again. I can't remember the sizes. This was like 10 years ago, but bets again. Dude jams, goes all in for like infinite, like way more than this pot is, right? For just like infinite. Then guy tanks, and he's like, I am not folding a set against this guy, right?
Yeah.
Calls. Dude has 9-5 off with the 9 of spades. Okay,
Spade.
so dude, so they go, want to run it twice? And they go, yeah, we'll run it twice. First one pairs the board for a full house. Second one brings the 4th king.
Wow.
And then this dude just looks at him and he just goes, ship it, bitch.
Did he freak out?
The guy, no, he just like stared. Like, I guess this is all over. Like, I guess. And his buddy behind him is like, and I'm convinced this guy's dead. Like,
How fat was he?
how bad was he?
Fat. You said he was big.
Oh, he was fat, but like I think he just like gambled away some like drug dealer's money or something. That's why I'm saying I think he's dead. Okay, hang on. We have king queen off on this board. We're gonna call. But yeah, it was just an insane hand. It was just an insane night, but that was one of the biggest, like one of the craziest nights of poker of my life. Like just the hands that were getting played. I had a shot to take all his money at one point and folded a hand pre-flop, folded deuces, and would have flopped a boat. And I've never forgiven myself for it.
So how do you buy into those games? You just like bring a briefcase with you?
Just cash. Like it's not that much cash. Like even if you're buying in for a lot, like I had a backpack just like filled with cash. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, a lot of people keep chips, right? Like if you play at a casino a lot of people have boxes with their chips that they keep in them. You can wire money to casinos as well, for larger amounts of money. But I never really had a. Go ahead.
The place that I go to, TCH, I think the lodge has it too, but they have like deposit box.
Yeah, they have the box. Yeah. So yeah, you have boxes you can keep chips. If you play at a spot a lot of people just have chips, like lots and lots of chips from that place that they just keep, you know. Ace 3 suited here. Yeah, we'll just 3-bet. Seems fine. I think most of the wheel aces just do a little bit of 3-betting. Maybe Ace 2 we fold, but all right, are we gonna fire up some more tournaments here? Anyway, that was just like it was just like a psycho night. And you know what's funny is I went out with all these guys after. So like a lot of these poker pros in Florida, I went out with, and we were all joking so much about this guy. But there was the dude on the phone that they were talking to. He kept saying his name. Like his buddy behind him kept saying his name. I can't remember his name now, but we were all like, we were saying
famous one or the fat one?
No, like the athlete or like the black guy behind. So the guy at the table was white. He was like a fat white guy.
Yeah.
But the dude on the phone saying like, this guy's gambling all your money, like you need to get here, kept saying someone's name. And for the life of me now, I can't remember it. But it was like all night we were doing shots to that guy. Like we were like, yeah. But we were all like legitimately like, dude, we think that guy is gonna get murdered. Like. I don't know what he did, but he was like clearly gambling someone else's money. He clearly borrowed. He clearly had money from the get-go. People are getting the story now in chat. So like there's a delay responses. But he clearly had money that like he had come into that was like he was fortunate to have in the beginning. Like I don't even know if it was his money that he started the game with, but then lost it all. Then clearly borrowed money from somebody. Who knows what he told them, you know, to get that money. And then clearly, yeah, dude. And then just lost it all though. And like, I don't know. It seemed like a sketchy crew of people. I don't. We all were like afterwards, like, dude, I do not know what happened to that guy. But it was pretty wild. And it was like one of those nights where it's like, dude, you'll just never be in a game like this again.
Yeah. God, dude, I wouldn't even know how to fathom that. I'd probably be just so scared.
Yeah, it was fun though. It's an intense environment though, because like you gotta in those games, like when you're playing those, I mean, things like that come along. This was like when you play live enough, right, and especially higher stakes live enough, the odds that like some whale comes in ready to punt a ton of money is not that crazy. This was unlike just all of it was unlike anything I'd ever seen, because like the way he was behaving and and he was not leaving until he won everyone's money at the table or he went completely broke, you know? And he was like not in his right mind. Like he was super blasted. Like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about casinos even letting people like that play. Because it's like, dude, this guy is so drunk. He is not legally allowed to make these decisions. Like,
You're saying that he didn't have the Jared Alderman mental coaching?
yeah.
He didn't have your package at the time?
I mean, dude, he's probably blackout drunk. It's not a matter of mental coaching. Like, he just has
Yeah.
like, he probably doesn't, barely knows where he is. You know, he's like yelling at his friend. Like,
What a gun.
it was crazy.
Is this a call right here?
Yeah, I'm going to call. Flop a pair, never folding.
No.
It's like a 1.5 SPR. Wow, we see the check. Get the clubs. I'm really on the fence here. We're gonna go with check. I guess we'll just check. I guess we'll win sometimes to ace king ace queen. Yeah.
Wow.
Weird to not fire the river bluff at least.
Yeah.
Because like if you have ace king suited there, you have ace king off, which means you have a ton of flushes by the river.
So you think if he bet like half pot, you folding?
Yeah, it's really hard. But the reason why is because I expect the action to go that way, right? When he has ace king suited. So like,
yeah,
right. So like seeing him check with ace king suited means when he bets, he doesn't have ace king suited, and those are the hands that I expect him to bluff with. So like I would be folding to almost any bet because I just expect to get to showdown against ace king ace queen like all the time. You know. Other than that, he could just be bluffing with better than me. Like he could just river ace 10 and just or something. Like
it's a weird spot to not bluff.
It's a very weird spot, but people just decide they're getting called, you know.
Well, do you think because that dude has 19 bigs, like is that in consideration too, where it's just like I have to be way more careful about what I mess around with?
I think he just like people who play hands like that, he's just not a good player who just like doesn't know how to play ace king when he whiffs. That's it. Like he doesn't know how to play ace king when he doesn't get an ace or king, and his default mode is just to get to showdown. So small blind here. I think we can check raise some to small, but I think calling is also okay. We're just gonna call. Holding the 10, we don't need as much protection. And we interact with bluffs. Okay, so now we get to the river. And I actually expect him to have picked up a jack fairly often. Interesting ideas about check raising if we think a jack's going to bet, but I think we're just going to go pot. We are getting check raised with ace high on this board, and we're going to call. Fold to 2 bets. Meanwhile, we call king, queen. And the button. We go 4 ways to the flop. We just fold.
Dude, why'd you fold?
Because I'm the worst.
Terrible.
Any poker player worth his salt would know that turn was coming.
Yes.
This guy
Oh,
goes
now he's
big
getting
on that
busy.
turn. That's kind of spooky though. Maybe it's just 8-9 always. Like the small flop lead to like the big turn bet. That's a fish hand. That's the person who deserves a fish tag. Imu. This is what I mean. Imu could be great. He could be one of the greatest. But I saw a line that I just think is insane, and so he gets fish tagged. So,
What's it just that big?
it's just like the small to big. Like it just is. This reads very much like this is just a line I really expect to be a bad player very often. It could be a good player, but it's a 4-way pot where you donk led to small, an overcard comes and you bet big. Like this is just not a line anyone has thought through. Like this is not a line that has been planned ahead of time. Like
dude, I do that so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Pete.
You're proving my point. What's that?
Yeah, shut up, dude.
Pete Clark, what?
In like one of his like classes or whatever, he was just like, oh, like bet small, and if you get like a call like that, like that dude's range is capped. So then like
yeah, but
like,
that's the thing. But it's like that as a fact can be true in a lot of situations. In a 4-way pot, multi-way, when you're out of position, this is not true at all. And this is not where this like applies. We're gonna raise the aces. Call ace queen off. Whoa, we get the cold call.
Cold call.
He's from Iran. He's a $26 average buy-in player, and we get another call.
It's going in.
Maybe. These cold calls are surprisingly. People think they're stronger than they are, but I'm just gonna. There might be some reason to just check actually, but. Okay, so if we bet 15, which is half pot, pot grows to 60, leaving us 40. So we need to bet bigger than half pot. Just show me the 4-5.
Quads.
Quads could be king jack. Could have ace king. He could have ace king. Ace king of clubs. I don't have a club. That's pretty neat. Donk lead. I fucking dare you. I need to watch my mouth.
Yeah. Let's go.
Whoa! Believe in yourself.
Good dude.
To be fair, you know what's funny? How much do I hate my life with queens there though?
Yeah, you're not 4-betting?
What do you mean 4-betting?
Oh, if you had queens on that river.
Yeah, I'm saying if I had queens, how much do I hate my life once he open jams when the king comes?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I would have known that you had aces.
Queens are just as likely as aces.
Yeah, that's true.
Problem is ace king is also somewhat likely. Maybe it's not that likely though. Maybe I just check turn with ace king. You know, but I could also have ace jack. So like it's a spicier spot with a lot of hands. Now I happen to have aces, and I will also have just like river to full house, and sometimes I'll have ace king, like ace king of clubs. But they had the ace of clubs, so it's pretty relevant. Yeah, we're just flopping a straight down here, which is always neat. We're just gonna fold. Oh my gosh. I folded an underpair on the top board. You guys missed it. Here, I'll show it. On this table, I folded. Hang on, I gotta show you too. I folded because I'm just gonna raise the straight. I folded pocket tens on this board on the flop. I opened, got called in position, called by the big blind. I check. He goes bet call, so I just fold pocket tens, and then turn just comes a 10. It's such a bummer.
Now you're gonna see these dudes just go all in.
I mean, one of them. I mean, like I think the tens fold is very good on flop, but it's just a bummer turn to see. Guys, anyone can join. You can boot Sully.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna start playing pretty soon. So, and then the tournament, I'm gonna lay reg at 3.
Oh, this guy ran a bluff with 6-7. Did you see it? He showed 6-7. Oh wait, maybe that's a straight. 3-4. Nope, it's just his gut shot that missed. Yeah, let's go. What a legend. What a legend. All right.
Dude, are people trying to kick me out right now?
No one is. I would have booted you.
Wow, dude. Good friend. Let's see a queen on the turn.
Okay, we fold. Meanwhile, we have 8-9. We call in the big blind versus DJ Degen. Ah, what a poop river.
Good card.
Good card. We're not. Let's see if he bets river. Okay, we win. Whoa. Whoa.
Dude, what?
Wacky wild stuff. Wacky wild stuff.
Do you feel like the tournament pool is like easier than the cash games on ACR?
Dude, it's just different, man. Like it's really hard to say. Like I think I find the tournament pool of players to be more competitive in a sense. Like they take each spot more seriously. And so they're going to try, like tournament players on average are going to try to call when they think you're bluffing too much. They're going to try to fold when they don't think you're bluffing enough. They're going to try to value bet as thin as they think they can get away with. There's more of those players. Whereas you have so many more cash game players who are just like, this is how you should play. You should play these spots, and this is the strat that wins.
Yeah.
Now, that strat from cash game players is typically more well informed and more complex and more nuanced than what you'll see in tournament post flop strategy. But it likely, because of that, it's just different. Like you have some spots in cash games, I think you can exploit people for tons of money because they have no fluidity. But there's some spots in tournaments where when I was first starting to play tournaments, I thought for sure you could run certain exploits, and tournament players just have no patience for it. They're just like, no, I will call you. Like, I think you're bluffing. I call, you know? And
yeah.
So it's just different. Now I've learned that there are different spots in tournaments you can run massive exploits as well in. Okay, we're just calling here. But he's just going to check with 10x of diamonds so much, and we're just going to lose. So lame.
Yeah, that's a shitty card. Wow.
Yeah, there's just no way this is bluffed enough. Yeah, it's just...
You don't think so?
There's no way. People don't like triple barreling with flush draws. And so, like, most of his turn bluffs are going to be flush draws. Like, ace jack, I could see trying to show down even against my flush draws.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like a line where you're going to get a lot of obvious folds. Like I look like a lot of hands that might want to call.
So that's a scenario where you don't even like look at blockers. You're just like, all right.
I'm just trying to think about his. No, I'm just trying to think about his bluffs. Like, and I'm coming up somewhat dry. Like he has to bet turn big with a lot of air, and it was a multi-way spot. Like it was a multi-way spot where I called flop. He's not betting turn with air. You know, like he's just not. And so like to get to river, he just doesn't have the bluff combos. And like King Jack got there. He's gonna, like I said, he's gonna check back with a lot of 10x. You make that river, like there's different cards I could get interested in. But all right, this is gonna be an interesting spot. I called with King 5 suited to a 3-bet in the hijack in position, and we flop one pair.
The nuts.
Probably gonna raise this guy's bet to very tiny. And then we probably have to call off, unfortunately, I think. If he decides to jam. Yeah, we're just gonna be bad here, but he's gonna have like flush draws a lot and hands like this.
3.
That would have been nasty. Nom 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 nom.
Damn. That seemed unnecessary.
From him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why like the raise is good, because I think it induces a lot of jams from people who just don't know what to do on future streets when a really shallow SPR pot where like I've raised them on the flop, and like a lot of people just opt to jam there with a lot of their hands that they don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
You know? And like they have the sense that like ace queen's not that bad, but they don't want to like call and like fold to like a small bet in the future. And that's why we just like when we raise, we just have to call it off.
He must have been pissed seeing King 5. Like, wow, this dude thinks I'm that much of a donkey.
Oh, does he have a bad reg tag? Oh man, I hate that I have tags. I gotta remove tags. I gotta remove every tag because people are like laughing at my tags for like people. Like I had there's another streamer named Egyptian, and apparently I was at a table with him. I didn't notice. I'm looking. I don't see it.
Oh, and he watches the stream?
Well, no, someone just commented. He's a viewer who just said Egyptian bad reg tag LOL. Just oops. To be fair, like, look, I'm just like a extremely harsh, like I might be a bad reg in my mind. Like I'm just such a harsh judge of people's poker play that like there's like so few people who I think are just like good regs in my mind, which is not fair. Like it's probably a little harsh.
You don't give respect to anyone.
No. No. And there's like, you know, there's benefits that come from that. There's obviously, it hurts me at times where like I just don't believe people are capable of things they are. But you know, that's just my personality trait. And if you're the kind of person who gives people a lot of credit, then that will have its strengths and its downfalls. But I definitely lean on the everyone sucks side of the spectrum.
What do you think your tag would be?
From me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would almost certainly tag myself like as there's so many lines where I would show up with hands where I'd be like, this is out of line. Like against myself. Like the fuck, how does this guy have this hand? The thing is, it is so rare that I get in lines against people where I'm like, oh, wow, that was a really creative bluff. You know, like, and there are some players for whom that's true. And there are some people who have tagged regs, but yeah, it's just people play in very predictable ways. And I think people underrate like you can be technically better than somebody, but if you're more predictable, you'll be in a lot of ways easier to play against. A good example of this is Phil Galfond when he was doing the Phil Galfond challenge. Like he was playing the people heads up. He played Veni Vidi and he played Action Freak. And he said, we have 5s in a 3-bet pot. He said like a lot of people said Action Freak was the better player. But like according to him, we're probably gonna raise fives here. Oh, we don't
Is
get a
this
chance.
PLO?
Yeah, this is PLO. But he said he said by most accounts, Action Freak was a better player. But he said from his perspective, he viewed Veni Vidi as the far more dynamic player. Like he found it way harder to play against Veni Vidi than Action Freak, even though by most people's accounts, Action Freak was like better. But he said he felt like Action Freak had like one gear. Wow, we just reversed that.
Bang.
The thing is, like, this guy just doesn't have anything. Okay, we block and try to get a bluff raise from the single ace of clubs or king of clubs. No, he just folds. Oh, we did our best. We did our best. 8-4 suited, gonna play out of the big blind, maybe, if a raise does not happen.
It's a good race spot.
With my hand? My hand doesn't have enough equity. But also, you can't be saying things mid-hand, you psychopath. You're going to get me accused of collusion.
I think you need my coaching.
Yeah.
You should start paying me instead of vice versa. Oh, speaking of that, I have to deposit you money.
Oh yeah, no worries. We
I can throw out an advertisement right now.
Oh yeah, do it.
You're the go coach.
Yeah. Well, you're in the program with Kevin and I, and it's not live yet. You're like, there's like a handful of people who are in this program with Kevin and I, and you're one of them. A lot of people don't know. So Kevin Rabichow and I run a program where we do coaching over like Notion, basically, where you can like post hands and like then you get unlimited like 15-minute check-ins. So it's not one-on-one hourly coaching, but you get basically a platform where you can message us constantly, and then you can do 15-minute check-ins, which you have one coming up with Kevin, right?
At the end of March, yeah.
At the end of March, yeah. Yeah,
which you told me to show up to that prepared, so like I'm gonna like write some notes and.
Well, it just gets the best. It just gets, it's only 15 minutes, so you'll get the best out of it if you have something you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And Kevin is more of a like responsive individual than me. I'm more likely to show up to things like, this is what we should talk about. Kevin's more likely to show up to things like, what do you think we should talk about?
Yeah. No, I'm excited to meet up with Kevin because hopefully when I meet up with you, it's like, dude, you suck. And I'm like,
Boris, like, that's all right.
Dude.
Dude, you suck.
I'm like, thanks, Jared. I'll see you next week.
Oh,
that was very predictive.
Dude.
No, I'll tell everyone watching that before I started working with Jared, I couldn't even read. And now I'm a 1-3 pro.
Okay, we have flopped 2 pair. This is one we probably are very interested in check raising, I would think. Just because lots of ways that we get counterfeit by hands. Maybe that's not true, though. I mean, it's a dry board. How shallow or deep are we? But let's just raise. Let's not overthink it. I could see calling if we're a little bit shallower. But like bottom 2 pair is not like a super immune hand. Like lots of ways run outcome that we actually are not good.
Ace queen.
Ace queen. We have 8-9. Every time I talk to you, you're just like, dude, you suck. Dude, it's so funny that Kevin and I, like, Kevin is the, like, I'm the mental game coach.
Yeah. You're the dickhead out of them, too.
Oh, man. Are you watching the ace queen hand? No, you're not.
No.
This was multi-way. All right. All right, we'll fold. Meanwhile, we have ace queen on a monotone board with the nut flush blocker. Lots of options here. I went to way too large a size, I think, with my 3-bet in this other spot. A lot going on while I'm playing right now. And my mouse is dying and I can't move it. All right, got to use this other mouse. What are we going to do here? Like, we could polarize, I guess, but I would think I'd want an ace with a worse ace to do that with.
Is this a single raise spot?
Mm-hmm. He's going small. I mean, our flushes would just always call and wait to river. To raise. Like, we would raise now. If we had a flush that was slow playing, we wouldn't raise turn. So we'll raise this river bet.
Wow.
Well, we won't get the chance. Meanwhile, we have King 10 suited in a 3-bet pot. And we called a flop c-bet. Ooh, we face check. Well, we will sometimes be against hands like Queen 10 and Queen 9, maybe even some King 9s. Maybe some 10 9s. 10 9 will probably barrel. We have some showdown, but I also just think we get to realize our equity always when we check. So we're going to do that. We get the spade, and he checks. He's going to see the bad news here shortly. Can we fire up these other tables yet? We can. All right, we're going to launch the high roller. What happened? Did he fold? Did he call? He folded.
He folded.
Okay.
Which tournament's like the cheapest one that you're in?
On ACR, the cheapest one, the $55.
Is it still fairly in the beginning?
Yeah. Barely. We've King 8 suited again. We've not again, but we flop a flush draw again. We actually will have some checks on ace 2-4. Like, it's not a spot where we're just gonna range bet. There are some 2-pair advantage, straight advantage. The suited to the ace means we will not have the top pair with the flush draw. We're actually gonna have some checks. I think King 8 suited actually does a good job as checking. Because most people assume when you check a flush draw board, you don't have a flush when it comes in.
Just the nuts.
So it's good to have some flushes here. Now that we've checked and we've hit the nuts, I think we're just going to check again. I'm going to take it all the way to the river. He checks, and so now we're going to go for like 3 times the pot. And get the fold.
Yikes.
Okay, so now we need to set up these other tables. So this game will be the 21500K. Game will be the high roller. Okay. We have 6-7 will open, and we have so you're just gonna hang out all day here, Sully?
No, I'm gonna get off soon. I was thinking about joining that $55 tournament you're in.
Do it. Godspeed to you. We flop top pair
Yeah.
here, and we flop a bunch of nothing here. We'll play the nothing hand. Nothing hands are more interesting. So we're gonna start with half pot with the old 6-7. Now we're gonna go geometric here, which will be like 67%, 7, 14, 24. Yep.
Jared, is it the big poker Thursdays?
Yeah, BPT, the 50K.
Let's go.
All right. Now that we're both playing, I'm gonna let you go because I don't want weird accusations.
I can't look at your screen.
No. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you, bro.
See ya. Oh no. The URL changed, which I don't want to do. Save, and I gotta edit. No, I gotta edit my links. Okay. Can I not edit things like my description while my stream is live? I don't think I can. All right, guys. Well, if you're on the Twitch channel, the link to join the stream is not going to be working, but it will work on the YouTube channel. So I changed it on the YouTube channel. I don't play tournaments on Ignition. I used to play cash on Ignition like full time. Like that was the site that I played on mostly. But I don't play there anymore. But feel free to join the stream, guys, if you wish. Thank you, Soli, for joining and keeping me company. Opening 5-4 suited. Just like a meh open, but especially once we get 3-bet. I think we're going to fold in early positions against this 3-bet with 5-4. Is this I mean, like, I know this is a scam. And when I say, is this real? I mean, like, are you really trying to scam me as believing you're a prince from Nigeria? Or is this funny? Or are you trolling? Like, are you joking? Either way, it's funny. Ace-8 off. I'm really upset that my mouse, like my good mouse, is like doing lagging. It's like doing weird disconnecting things. I didn't know. I feel like that scam doesn't run anymore. Like, are people still doing the Nigerian prince scam? Like, it's the quintessential scam, which is what makes me think this is a joke. I mean, yeah, Bob Johnson is a pretty convincing. That's a good read. Okay. We have a very interesting hand where we defend 9-3 suited in the big blind. But most importantly, we have tens up here that we open. And we get raised. Probably going to be just calling. It's a good flop. Good flop for us. So these 3-bets from big blind should be very polar, ideally. Depending on what we think of our opponent's skill level, they may be unintuitive or not. But like, we should be expecting like ace-4 off. Oh, we just get jammed on. So this is probably like ace-king a lot. Or ace-queen, yeah. We hope to just win, but we don't. And that's always a bummer. But it happens. We're going to refire. Weird spot down here where we squeezed with ace queen off. We get 4-bet. They're kind of small. I don't know what this typically is. Maybe we just fold. Like, ace queen off seems strong. But like, I probably expect this to be good hands. Like, suited combos I'd be more interested in calling. Thanks for hanging out, Dustin. I forgot to record my buy-ins. It's the 13th. Fold, open, fold, fold. So we have the BPT 60K, which is a 215, and we've bought in twice. We have the BPT 60K 109. Bought in once, BPT 55. BPT 50K. Did we buy in twice to the BPT 50K? I don't actually remember. Fortunately, we can check. Twice, yep. Twice, and then we have the BPT 100K guaranteed, and that is a 215 buy-in, and then we have BPT 150K, and that is a 630. All right, we're good. Anyone is still free to join. Free to join. Anybody can join. We have. Boop. Oh, we need to fix this also. Let's do this before long. Let's see. Where is 215? Here you are. Okay. Okay, we have eights. We called out of the cutoff from a low jack open. This is a spot where people do lead king high boards. I think a little too much, not realizing king high boards aren't as good for them as they might think. But we're just going to call eights. Flush draw and gut shot, which is interesting. I think we actually do have an interesting bluffing hand in a multi-way spot. Num num num. We have fives here. We have aces in the 100K. Okay. We flop the hardest hand to get paid with. We're probably overbetting our checking, and so I think aces will actually turn into a check. Or like going 3-year checking. Rough run out for our aces. Always weird when you run into these runouts and you've like under-repped your hand. But yeah, we're just like never folding. I wonder if we can in fact raise, because I actually do think to half pot we expect sixes. Maybe some like deuces and fives. It's just gonna be air a lot and like will be flushes, and it is fives. Which is a bummer. I don't know how I feel about just calling the river there. Like they had put in a good amount of money, so it's not that big a deal. Deuces and fives, but like I don't expect king queen. I don't expect like any other two pairs. I have two aces, so like I'm really interacting with a lot of other two pairs. Even two pairs like not hyped about, you know, calling there. So we have top pair. We'll start with check call. Give me the SPR. We probably could have raised. We probably should have raised, but it's all right. Oh, for the suck out on the tens. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. I guess we just jam with the jack now in this line. Thoughts on ACR? ACR is I would say one of the softest, toughest pools, if that makes sense. So like ACR is not easy. But I would say you have like GG is far more reg heavy than ACR is. But ACR is not like ignition is soft, right? Like ignition is just soft and easy. Playing the 9-5 suited. Folding even to a single blind bet. Guys, anyone can join. Anyone, don't be scared. I'm very friendly. I don't have the thing up though, so someone could be trying to join. Jam. Okay, now I have the thing up. So now I will see. Lots of options here. Probably just gonna call with the a6 suited. My 3-bet percentage has been kind of low today. Getting squeezed on. Probably just gonna call. If I get to fold, I probably will fold if he calls. Thanks. You have a good one. Yeah, we'll just fold. We'll just fold. I think I'm going to try and speed make some French press coffee at the 5-minute break and some food. It's a lot of things I'm going to try and do. Calling ace 10. Off. I'm going to check call to most sizes. Most normal sizes. Definitely have some check raises here. Just trying to dial in my size for this. Trying to get geometric just right. And I was way off. I don't know how I did my math so poorly. We're just jamming. Get the fold, yay me. I think most people withdraw through Bitcoin. I'm trying to make some French press coffee, and it is not a quick process. Okay, got the 4-minute timer running. Flop a gut shot. Very check raisable spot. I think we fold our gut shots here. Jack 6, limp pop. Range about small is fine. Here seems good. Hold. King's here. My coffee is ready. Oh, we're just gonna call you a king's. We're gonna lose to a 7. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Mo coffee, no problems. Check. Okay. All our time banks are shot to hell, but we're gonna figure it out. I actually think we can bluff here. Would have flopped a straight on this table. Let's see what happens with the 6s down here. We'll call. Today's one of our few blue line winning days. Like blue line, I guess I have a lot of blue line winning days, but one of our few blue line winning, red line like break even days. Usually we're red line warriors. Checks to us with 6s. Not a super tempting bet spot. Beep boop beep boop. So I'm gonna start trying to edit these, or like at least timestamp these when they go back up. When they become online as streams, I'm gonna try and timestamp them so people can see like what hands are played and just like go to them. That I think that will help people a lot in watching them. I think it'll increase viewership a lot. Because rarely do people just want to rewatch an entire stream. And probably start clipping some hands into shorts as well. Probably a good idea. Okay. King 7 suited calling. Activate. Activate flush draw. Backdoor. Great draw. Don't lead here. Don't be a fool. Leading here's for the birds from your position. So here's the thing. I think we're going to be betting here. Like, this is probably the one, right? We're probably going to be betting here pretty big. Like, we're going to have two pair. We're going to have, like, our best ace-x. And then some sets that are pretty interested in betting. Or a hand like this. But we're going to want to be picky. And I think the big low will be interested in betting, whereas, like, two bigs would be interested in checking. Would we have 3x? Not really. Is he a 3x? Yeah, he does. But we're just going to check and bink it. We'll check a lot. Like, there's still some incentive for him to value bet. Well, really just a 3 or a flush of his own. And his own two pairs could probably block. He decides to go with pot. And it probably means he's going to have a really difficult fold. But he probably has a flush. But impossible for me to have a bluff there. No, it's not impossible. Like, I could have king queen off. Definitely possible. Okay, hang on. So we limped back down here with queen jack, which suited, which I think is okay. I was either jamming, I think, at 20 BBs or just checking back, and I just went with check back. So here we are. I think he's okay. The actual tournament regs can let me know. Let's see. Falling in a kind of a gross hand here. Okay, so he checks. We're definitely just going to go geometric twice. And I think that'd be like 67, 4, 8, 14. Ooh, maybe a little less. Somehow, recently I've been really fucking up geometric. This is like a really gross spot here. But I guess he can have jack X and 10X. And we just have to call on some diamonds and some air. Even grosser river, because now we beat king queen. He's not going to triple barrel many diamond draws. He just checks with king jack. Wow, he just value bet king jack on turn. It's just a mistake, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just in the wrong headspace. We're this deep. Yeah, it's just wrong, but whatever. See, I've been messing up down here. I've been messing up our geometric sizes. Real bad. Somehow I'm doing weird math in my head and just getting it wrong often. What that actually means, which is confusing, I thought the same thing as you for a while, the ACR final table streaming. It just means it's streaming in the ACR platform. You can watch, basically, like there's a final table replay. So you can go back and see the cards up on it. It happens while it's doing it, and I think and I think you can find the old final tables in the ACR app. You can find them. It's not streaming on like a platform or something. Okay, so king queen off. Kind of indifferent here between raising or folding. My guess is that most tournament regs at this deep don't get 4-betting totally right. See, this is a game of guy I have marked as a fish that like I just probably isn't a fish. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. So we're gonna play the threes. Well, right now a hand that I think is actually more interesting is this queen jack off in the high roller out of position to 2 people. Woof. We already are kind of in a gross spot, I think. Gross spot, not in the sense that like, yes, we'll have the good best hand sometimes, but like, or we're just either we're gonna be against a lot of equity a lot. We have an interesting turn decision. Get a ace jack. Get a face queen. No. I mean, any ace is a straight, obviously. I kind of missed that. I think we have an interesting, like, potential check raise hand that we bluff. Just checks king queen. It's good. Maybe we just start with bluffing. Like, I don't know. I don't like that, though. I don't like it. Okay. Down here, we have tens. I think we're just gonna like range half pot this at 20 bigs. Just weird, but it's where we're at. Kind of a weird spot. And then we're just gonna check this turn. We just win to nothing. Gross. But we'll go up here where we have aces. And we're happier about it. So Jack 7-3. I think we're quarter potting. Quarter potting or checking, and I think this is fine. I was just studying these spots. And then I think we're gonna go for check raise. I mean, I was looking at much deeper though. I'm gonna go for check raise.
I got all in with sixes, and it's going three ways to all in. I squeezed, jammed, 15 blinds. It does not look good for me. I don't know what they have yet, but it doesn't look good. We're gonna ace queen. That's good. Of the hands we could see, we won. Sixes. Be hype. I did a cold 4-bet bluff down here with king queen suited. Well, he folded in the hand with the aces. Okay, so they call. That's the spicy meatball. We bet very small. Probably could have bet smaller. But we just get the fold. That's like such a terrible spot with like ace queen. It's like so it's just so gross. Up here in the high roller, we called a flop bet and went check check, and now we're here with top pair. We're just gonna pot it. I'm surprised no one wants to join my stream. It could be because normal human beings work. Could be that. Could be that normal human beings work on the middle of a Thursday. And we are doing this. Oops. Almost let my time bank run out on that table. We have ace jack down here. We just bet small and flop. Check turn. We can't call with this hand. I mean, so we can't fold. We must call. And diamond should slow them down. It should. I feel like we have a decent bluff catcher. Maybe not. Whatever. We'll just let it go. Bluff catching there might be fine. I don't know. I'm of two minds about it. Like, on the one hand, I think they overfold to the small flop c-bet. Man, maybe calling down is just good there. Maybe I need to be stop being such a coward. We just bet call off there. That hand where we had sixes was pretty huge because we like hijack open button called, and we're in the big blind with sixes with like 15 blinds and jammed. And hijack called, button rejammed over him for like 60 blinds. He like max tank folded. So I could totally see him having folded like sevens or eights. And yeah, we just won. I think that that button jam came in clutch for us. Button jam coming in clutch. Feel free to join the stream. My song about joining the stream. Okay, we flop a flush draw. Let's see. This is probably fine. I would say they're softer than stars and GG. For sure. For sure. All right, we have ace eight suited. Recall. Okay. We don't raise this deep, I don't think. Okay. Flush draw. Okay. Whoa, he goes with overbet. So our hand's actually kind of indifferent now, so we're just calling, like, hoping for a heart or that he shuts down a bluff. King 10 is going to be a common bluff from him. Six, seven. Yeah. Like, he's just going to miss a lot of turn bluffs. Once we get to river, though, like King X of hearts can do it, which there's a lot of. I don't know if he checks 10 jack. We're going to call. Like I said, I don't know if he checks 10 jack. Which I think he should. I think he should. He has a lot of king X he can bluff on river. He should have some good 10x as well, but classic turn under bluffed river over bluffed spot. I'll get you in these deep stacks pots, guys. You got to look out. We're just going to jam A7 because of the size of the blinds. We're going to say 8. Oh. 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 It's gross. Rich get richer. Ace King suited in the 215 60K. We have King 10 suited and the high roller on this board. I think this is one of those boards we can actually go bigger check. Fergie and Jesus. Wow. That is high praise. High praise for my singing voice. Oh no, my camera's dead. Do I have extra batteries? I think I do. I don't know how long that'll last for, though. Get the bluff through. Thanks, Max Bluff. Thank you for the good lucks. Let's see. We have... Where are we? We have ace 2 suited and a 3-bet pot. My camera's not working. And we're just going to go geometric. We want air here. We expect check jam fairly often. So having air is really good as a bluff because when we get check jammed on, we have an easy fold. But we don't have to deal with that. Not today. Okay. Guys, I'm going to have to shut down the stream because my camera is not working. And I don't want to do a no camera stream. That sounds pretty lame. So we're going to shut it down. But I had a great time with you all. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to have to get like a higher output charger for my camera so that it stays on for longer.